End of June, early July 2026. Self-build update here in Laois, Ireland. So we'll start as usual out on the road front. Done a little bit of trimming on the verge here. Found a couple of dead horn beams. Just a couple of them that didn't really take so well. Other ones took really well. They're in a little bit of competition with the existing hedge, so no rush on them. I have some spare ones sewn in on the site, and we'll replace those next week maybe. So a little bit of work done in the last few weeks. I wanted to get the driveway covered in 804, but that's going to wait for another few weeks. While this crushed concrete is excellent for getting your site going, you get a bit tired of it after a while because little bits of it pop up and affect your ankles. So as usual, nothing done on the left. Not even going to look there. Right hand side is sprayed off all the weeds. Used as an environmentally friendly pesticide as I could. The problem with those is they're not as good as, good old dangerous Roundup, but they're slowly dying back. And the plan is, when I finish the floor this week, to go at this area for the next month, just to get a break from the building. Part of that will be making little junction boxes here for the water pipes. That's the split off for the main house. When I get to build that, that continues down to that black pipe for the studio. So a few deliveries came this week. Window sills, I'll need those in the next few weeks. The window sills are very low on the external wall, so I'll get those in while I'm actually building up the wall, rather than coming back to them later on. As for AI, I've been using AI to quantity survey. I used nearly 550 blocks on the bottom of the house, and that's the only waste that I had there. Maybe 5 or 6 of the normal 4-inch blocks and 5 of the Quinlite blocks, Mannock blocks. Also got insulation sent over, so I got this at a pretty good price. It's worth talking to your local store. I got these in Griffin Halls for much less than you get it online. So there's the 150mm Unilin for the floor. That combined with the 150mm slab and the 40mm sand blinding gets the U value down to about 0.01 below the NZEB value, or what's going to be ZEB from now on. They're getting rid of the N. So ZEB is zero energy building for anyone that's new to it. So there's lots of 150mm. Got 50mm for going up the sides of the walls beside the Mannock blocks. And that will be used around the door detail as well. So rebar there waiting to go in hopefully this week. And used half a tank of water there in the last week. It's been very hot here in Ireland, so has been hard enough to get work done if you're working up early. So have some extra blocks there that I brought in to keep down the radon barrier when we're putting out this week. So work done on the base since the last video. Probably didn't have this much done. We've got the hardcore in. I heard out a digger, 3-ton digger for the day. Got a load of hardcore delivered right beside it, so all I had to do was swing the digger around into the middle, and I did it in 4 sections. And you can see some of those videos in the shorts on my channel. So we compacted that in 125mm layers. Actually went a little bit better than the 150, just to make sure it's well compacted. And the beautiful layer of sand blinding on top, that's also compacted with the whacker. Is it perfectly level? Absolutely not. I will put down the insulation boards in the next couple of days and get them all fitted, and I can be leveling as I go, and then remove the insulation to put in the radon barrier. So the radon sump is well buried over here now. It's underneath me here somewhere, and it runs out along, and there it is coming out through the end walls. We'll pop insulation into that inner leaf and cement out the outer leaf just to secure that in. It's an extra bit long at the moment, but we'll get that down to footpath height when I decide what that height is. And the toilet pipe is here. Just need to put that back in tomorrow. So we'll get a 1 degree slope on that going out. Haven't over planned my plumbing or my waste. Planning on running the waste around the back of the studio here, along this wall. That'll pick up the shower and the wash hand basin all the way down to the end. Kitchen pipes and washing machines will be coming out here, and that's my service pipe there, so that also has to be put in the next couple of days. And that's to bring in the water, and for electricity will actually head out of here over to the main house in time. And yeah, so the ESB box is going about here. Kids are getting tired, not my ones. So the ESB hockey stick goes in there into that slot. We'll cement that in as well. I'm planning on dropping that out here to the edge of the path, and then we'll run it back. The ESB pole is only right here at the back, so I've only got about 15-meter run to that. So that's about it. They're the rings to put around the top hats for the radon barrier. So this week it's a radon barrier getting fitted and insulation. Probably 2 days from now. I'm working on the shed tomorrow. I'll show you that in a second. And we'll get that floor poured Thursday, I'm hoping. So I've heard and seen, not too often, but these aerated blocks, they have been known to pop out when the floor has been poured. So what I have here is 4x2, and we're actually going to put 4x2 all the way around. Let me just pick up a piece here. We're going to put it all the way around the top of that wall, and then just act as an extra barrier, and we'll run a piece of timber from that to the outside leaf as well. I'll show you that in probably in a reel during the week, and then that timber won't be wasted. I'll be using that for forming up the footpaths then later on. So that is the studio, 45 square meters. It's pretty bigger than I imagined it, really. They always look small at foundation level, but then when you start coming up along, it tends to bulk out a bit. So this will be the side door. I'll do a video on that in terms of the detail for an NZ door. So there's insulation comes up the wall over the inner leaf, and it drops down as far as the radon barrier, and then you can buy a thermal threshold. They're bloody expensive. So what I'm going to do is what most people do is use the thermal blocks to bring a kind of a horseshoe shape around that, and that means the entire door is insulated from the outside. So there should be no thermal bridge there at all. You have to be very careful of that detail. You have your radon barrier coming over, but when you put in your breeze blocks around the outside, you have to put a DPM in front of that. So I'll show you that when I get that far. So this is where we had 48 ton of hardcore. Hard to believe it, but we used about 40 ton in the base of that. It was about trying to remember now, almost a foot and a half deep. It's quite a lot. So that's that. We had a whacker going today, building the base of the shed. Have the insulation there ready for the base of the shed as well, and we're going to pour this tomorrow. So this is for a Steel Tech shed from, I think the company's called Steel Tech, 6 meter by 3 meter, which is ideal for my needs. And a little bit of overkill. I had 10mm rebar left from the main studio, and as fate would have it, it was exactly the width I needed and exactly the length. A little bit of overlap, so we have that up on the rebar chairs just to make sure we get good adhesion with the concrete. It's pretty level. I have to put some boards across the top just to make sure that the spacing is exact between the two, the outside and the inside rail. So that footing is about 500 by 225 deep. A little bit of overkill, but I had loads of that timber left around, so it's the ESB hockey stick as well here. That runs off in the direction of the studio, and that's for future electrical installation. Probably be running a generator for next few months until whenever I get the ESB in. So that was back-breaking work. We leveled that with the 3-ton digger, and left a load of hardcore in the middle to save me wheelbarrowing it in. But getting the laser level going, getting a whole level, still had to wheel in 20 or 30 barrows by hand from over here, and that's pretty level now. So Steel Tech give you loads of options what you want to do with your base. So I'm going to put the 25mm insulation all over the base of this, inside the inside frame, and then that's going to leave me 75mm up to level with the foundation, and then going to pour a 1-inch floor inside as well. And so I won't have insulation probably for the guts of a foot either side, but I'll try work around that. This shed is not designed to be warm anyway, so it's just to keep a little bit of the cold out of the floor. So we'll radon barrier this as well, or just 1200 gauge DPM, whichever I have left over there. Again, it's going to be well vented shed, it's not going to have a radon build up in it. Yeah, so it's 6x3, bigger than I thought it was in my head. So we've whacked all this hardcore around the edge, so I'm pretty pleased with that. We'll straighten up all the inside rails tomorrow. So I need 7 or 8 cubic meters for the floor in the studio, and to save having to get another concrete truck over, I'm just going to mix this by hand. Keep the mixer over the edge. It's not too many cubic feet in it. 12 mixer loads, I think. So that is the end of June, early July update. Lots done. The mad heat during the week really slowed things down. So getting the floor poured this week, I really am hoping to take a break from the building for 3 or 4 weeks and just work on the golf area. And I'd also like to get the hardcore done on the driveway just for comfort, and to get all this area here tidied up as well. Might even mark out the main house. It's a possibility I'll get the foundations done on that before Christmas. So that's about it. Hope you're enjoying the progress. And next video we should have the floor fully done, all the door details, patio door details, and possibly we'll have blocks inside. But I'm hoping in the next video to show the base finished for the shed, and a lot of progress done on getting the grass out here on the golf area. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Any questions, fire them away in the comments. Professional builders, you're welcome to comment, but you know, this is heaven here. Okay everyone, have a good month.